Hey everyone, so expanding your school, right? It's a huge undertaking. On one hand, it's a massive sign of success, a chance to really grow your impact. But on the other, wow, it can be a total minefield of potential mistakes. So today, we're going to dive in and build a blueprint for getting it right from the get-go. So let's say your institution is just crushing it. Things are going great, and that big idea starts to float around. Hey, what if we opened a new location? It's an awesome sign that you're succeeding, for sure. But then comes the big looming question. Where do you even start? Well, the answer is kind of simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Look, before you even think about laying a single brick or enrolling one student, the absolute #1 key to making that vision a reality and, avoiding massive headaches down the road is planning. Serious, strategic planning. Okay, let's get right into it and tackle what might be the single biggest, most dangerous trap you can fall into. It's this idea, this myth, that you can just, copy what works at your main campus and paste it somewhere new. That, my friends, is a really costly misconception. And this quote really hits the nail on the head. Do not be fooled into thinking this is a rinse and repeat process. It's so crucial because, let's be honest, it's incredibly tempting to think you can just duplicate what works. I mean, you've got a successful model. It seems totally logical, right? But the reality, it is so much more complicated. Every single new location is its own unique universe. And this really breaks it down, right? The whole expectation versus reality thing. You go in expecting a simple copy and paste job, but the reality is you're creating a whole new identity for a brand new community. You think you can just reuse all your old processes, but nope, you're actually building new operations from scratch. And that idea of automatic authorization, yeah, forget about it. You are almost certainly looking at a completely new, full-blown application process. So you've got to get this in your head. Each new site isn't just some branch office. It is its own living, breathing entity. That means it needs its own unique identity, its own tailored operations, its very own set of student-facing documents, and, this is a huge one, its own specific legal authorizations to even operate. Okay, so if it's not a simple rinse and repeat, then what is it? Well, a better way to think about it is like you're navigating a gauntlet. Yeah, a gauntlet. It's a whole series of complex, tangled-up challenges that you have to get through to reach that finish line. Right? It's not just some simple checklist you can tick off one by one. It's more like a spider's web. Every single task, from getting state licensure all the way to analyzing market demand, is connected to everything else. And your success really depends on seeing how all those different threads are woven together. And here's what that web, that gauntlet, actually looks like. First, you've got the legal maze of state higher ed licensure. You've got to understand your specific regulations, not just the general ones. Then there's the whole operational side, building systems that can actually last and researching the market to prove people even want this. And on top of all that, you have the academic piece. Developing new programs, defining learning objectives, all while you're already thinking about future renewals and accreditation. Wow. It is a monumental task. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That sounds incredibly daunting. And you're right. But look, the point isn't to scare you away from expanding. It's to prepare you. Because the way you navigate all that complexity is by creating absolute clarity with a solid blueprint. So what do we even mean by a blueprint? This is important. It's not just a project plan with a bunch of dates and tasks. No, it's a deep, comprehensive strategy. It's something that forces you to really understand the why behind every single move you make, not just the what and the how. This is your strategic map to get through that gauntlet we talked about. We can actually boil this whole blueprint idea down to 3 essential pillars. Think of them as the legs of the stool. Pillar 1, master the regulatory process. You've got to know the rules of the road before you even start the car. Pillar 2, construct sustainable operations. This is the engine, the internal machinery that's going to make the new campus actually run. And Pillar 3, analyze and meet market demand. Basically, make sure you're building something that people actually want and need. And here's the ultimate goal, the real power of having this blueprint. It's all about being proactive. It's about doing the hard work up front so you can avoid those really painful, super expensive surprises later on. Trust me, a single delay in getting the license or a miscalculation about the market, that can cost you a fortune. This blueprint, it's basically your insurance policy against all of that. So that brings us right back to you and to the final and maybe the most important question of all. As you're thinking about expansion, it's so easy to just focus on the what you're going to build. But I want you to ask yourself this. Have you really truly constructed your why and your how? Because that deep understanding, well, that's the foundation for absolutely everything that comes next.